Yeah, I think it's just getting comfortable in that role. Obviously, going from a starter for my first couple years of pro ball to the relief role is a bit of a not a struggle, but it's definitely different. Especially it's easier here because you kind of know, you kind of have an idea when you're going to pitch, so it's not completely random. But this year it's been more of a you don't really know when you're going to pitch, so it's a little bit more unknown. But yeah, I've definitely leaned into the fact that I can just convince myself that I can be ready whenever the call comes. So.
First month of the season, and even as we get into the month of May, you've been a key contributor to this bullpen so far. What has led to the early success that you've had this season?
I guess having experience in Akron really helps. Obviously, you get comfortable with the atmosphere and you know what to expect. So I think that's probably a big part, and also just have high expectations for myself, and just feel a bit more confident coming out of the bullpen. So.
You guys as a group have had success as well. Had 3 straight shutouts recently against Somerset. What is the feeling around this group as you guys pass it off from one to another and continue the success?
Yeah, I think a big part of our success is we have great stuff coming out of the bullpen. I think, like I said, early on we struggled to throw strikes a little bit and command the zone. But I think we're just getting a little bit more confident in the zone, and we're seeing good results. So.
This team has had so many wins over the last couple of years. What does it take to continue to play at that high level consistently as you've learned?
Definitely routines when you come in every day. Consistency starts with, how you go about every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's you come in, do the same thing every day, and you can kind of expect the same results.
Speaking of routine for yourself, what does that routine look like compared to when maybe you started out?
I've definitely learned that you can't do as much. It's tough to gauge your throwing for the most part, because like I said, you don't know when you're going to throw, so you don't want to throw too much and catch play, before the game and then be tired. So it's more of managing the workload than anything. So yeah, that's probably what I would say.
When you come out of the bullpen, how often do you know, hey, this is how long I need to go, or this is the assignment, or is it just kind of a focus on, hey, one hitter, one pitch at a time?
Yeah, I think pitching in general is more of a one pitch at a time. You can't predict the results of what's going to happen. You just kind of have to take it one pitch at a time and go with the flow most of the time. But yeah, for me, I think we have roles, and I know I'm more of a longer relief, so most of the time I'm probably going to go 2 innings. So kind of expecting that, but yeah, you gotta kind of take it one pitch at a time. So.
And speaking of that relief role, you have to have that quick, both mental and physical bounce back. How is it for you compared to when you started out in this role?
Yeah, that's something I definitely struggled with in the past, is kind of getting over maybe a bad outing that I've had in the past. But I've also seen that success comes when you kind of let that go, and you can give yourself a period to be upset about it, but the next day, the next couple of days, you kind of got to let that go because it's going to be time to go again. So.